In today's video, I will be working on this Heisler with a rather peculiar problem. You see, the rear truck, now I don't have the facilities to run this right now, my line is covered in snow, but the rear truck in here is loose. So when the locomotive ascends a hill, this is a friend's Heisler, when the locomotive ascends a hill, the gear slips on the axle, so it jumps. It was not so apparent going downhill, so I have an inclination. This is like something that happened on my consolidation. Naturally, you haven't seen the consolidation. This is a Bachman Spectrum Heisler. I think this is the first Heisler. Again, I don't own the engine. I can't tell you. But it does run. There's no real problems with it, other than the fact that the rear truck here jumps. So I'm just going to take this plate off. I mean, what class this Heisler is. It's definitely an early one. Actually, it's a later one, because it has the outside frames. I believe Heisler actually did, they had this very similar models for both standard and narrow gauges. It's the same length, okay. Let's see here. Will it pop off? Yes, no, maybe so. I was holding on to it. There's some chip in there. I want to force it, maybe this screw. The brake rigging. Oh no, that's the screw for the coupler. Maybe that's the ticket? What in the world? What in the... It's loose, but I can't seem to get it off. Oh, there it was. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay. So, okay, so there's a bit of wiring there. Is the motor loose? Feels like the motor was loose and not engaging correctly, but I could be severely mistaken in that idea. Let's see. I'm confused about what's going on here. Can you see that? No, you can't. Okay. There's a bevel gear here, and this looks like it's the drive. I think I'm going to take the whole truck off. And I'll be back in a moment, so I can figure out how to get it off. Let's see. No, that's not how. Well, I'm pretty sure my original inclination is correct. Although, don't want to flip. Actually, let me come back a moment. Okay, back. I've got it on a foam cradle now. I'm going to take this screw out. Okay, here's the wheel set. Put that up here. In my opinion, all Heislers should have the wheels somewhat out of phase. These ones were pretty much in phase. So, that was not good. He says, somewhat confused. This bevel gear here. This bevel gear here drives the crankshaft from the engine. So this is the mock engine underneath the boiler. I suppose it's the same thing on the other truck. Well, there's several screw holes here. I'll take the sanders off, actually. Maybe not. Maybe not. It's well oiled at least. I might get my controller here. Okay, so I got my controller set up here. Let's test it. Well, the motor seems to be running nicely. Oh, no. No more. I bet it's something to do with my fingers. The setup is a bit dodgy, but it works. Ish. Sort of. Oh, my hands are in the way, aren't they? You can see the worm just spinning up in there. So, let's see. I really am clueless as to what's going on with this engine. So I'm going to put it all back together and hope for the best, because there's not much more I can do on it, and not much more I actually really want to do on it, because I don't want to end up wrecking something or something of that nature. So I think I'll reassemble it. Okay, I think I solved the problem now. These two screws here and here, were loose, so the wheel had quite a bit of vertical movement in it. Now there is some, the stuff you're seeing is the truck swinging, so all wheels have that. But this was disengaging from the gear in there, and subsequently causing the engine to jump. So I hope this is solve the problem.